Hey everyone, we've got a really quick and easy card today that you can make with a multitude of stamps, focal images, scrap paper. So it's easy, it's fun. Let's get to it. We're going to start with a card base cut at 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So just want to burnish that to be sure that that's ready when we need it. The next thing we're going to need is a layer of white cardstock cut at 4 1/4 by 5 1/4. So not 5.5, 5 1/4 by 4 1/4. That's going to be our main panel that we're working with. I got a little something on it. Oh, I'll turn it this way. Okay. Next, a focal image. I've already colored mine. I chose this little frog image from a polka doodles stamp set called Un-Frog-ettably. Un-Frog-ettably. So this little image works just perfect for the card we're going to do today. As I said, we're not selling anything here. You can use any image you want. I've done this with multiple images, and I'll show those to you at the end of the video. But right now, yeah, that's what I'm going to use for this card today. So we have this layer we're going to start with. We're going to need a sentiment. So I'm going to choose the Your Unforgettable from this same stamp set. And, well, I'm going to line it up, hopefully somewhat straight. And I'm just going to stamp that with some VersaFine ink. Hopefully we'll get a good impression. And let me see, I'm going to put it just right about here. So just right about there. It may be crooked. If it is, the recipient will have to turn it to the side a little when they look at it. Okay, there's our greeting stamp. I'll just get that put back so that I don't lose it. Now, next thing we're going to use our block. I am going to pull out some old Stampin' Up! Ink I have in my stash. Not that one. This one. This Pear Pizzazz. I think it's old. They probably don't even have it anymore. I'm just using what I have, which is exactly what I want you to do, is just use what you have. So, I'm just going to add some to this block. And apparently make a lot of noise doing so. And a few little dabs of water. A brush. Just give that a little mix up. That ink in there. And we're just going to do a little splatter on this card front. And hopefully that's the only place it's going. Perfect. That should be great. So just clean that up, brush up, get rid of this green ink before it ends up somewhere else. All right. And we're going to let that dry just for a few seconds. It won't take long, and we'll go ahead and trim some pattern paper. Pattern paper, you can use any pattern paper that you like. I have some of this, I think it's something old from Stampin' Up! That was hanging around in my stash. So we're going to cut this at, these are 1/2-inch strips. And I'm going to cut this one at 3 1/4 for that one. Also, while I have this piece out, we are going to need one that is 1/2 inch by 5.5. So I'll go ahead and cut that. And what have I got next? I have another piece here that will coordinate. And again, you can use anything you like out of your stash for pattern paper. Again, we're going to cut this one at 3 1/4, and I need 2 of those. So I'm going to have to cut another strip. Another at 3 1/4, and I think it's the pattern on the back that I want to use. So let's just do no, we aren't scoring it, we're cutting it. Okay, there we go. It's early. I don't want to use the back side of that one. Okay. So we'll put that aside. So we have our strips, and I'm actually going to, there. I think this is how I want to position them, or how I want to see them on the card. So I'm just gonna take some foam strips right here. Some of these just foam strips I get from scrapbook.com. I just really like them because they're work behind a lot of stuff. They're thin. So let me see, let's put them behind the polka dotted pieces. So I'm just gonna add some along there so that one's ready to go. And just cut another piece for this one. And we'll get that on there. Okay, so we've added foam tape or foam strip to the back of the 2 polka dotted pieces. And we're done with those for now. Okay, let's bring back in our card front, and I'm sure it's dry, or our front panel. I'll smooth these aside. And so we're going to start with a bottom, or which is going to be the bottom layer. And we're going to start here, and we're just going to position it, well, I don't know, right about here. Just eyeball it. There's no specific measurement. Hopefully that's straight. Well, that looks pretty good. Okay. Now the next one, I'm just going to glue it down flat. I'm not going to use... So I'm just going to use my glue press here and apply some glue. And we're just going to stagger this one a bit over to this. That should be good. Again, no particular measurement, just kind of stagger it on there. Now we're going to do the next one. It's the like this one that was popped up on the foam strip. Just going to go in, layer it up with the first one we did, or like line it up with the first one. That should be good. It looks like it could be a little off. Just fix that a little. Okay, put that one there. That looks good. I hope it does. Okay, last strip. There we go. We're gonna line it up with the other one that was staggered a little. And layer it down. So it's just leaving a, I think I got crooked with that one there. Okay. So yeah, they're just on there with a tiny gap space between them, and these two line up and these two line up. There we have that part of the card. Next, I have a small piece of vellum, a square that I cut out. You can use a circle or any shape you want to. If you don't have vellum, you could just use a piece of cardstock or I guess you really don't have to use one at all, but I'm going to use a little bit of foam tape to add this frog to the vellum. I've already colored him so that you didn't have to sit and watch me color. I'm just going to add this foam tape to the back of there, peel the backing off, and attach him to this. So I'm going to turn it so it's kind of like a diamond, and just attach him on there. Great. Looks good. I don't know why this is curling. It's curling a little bit. Okay, so now next, we're going to use the glue, and we're going to attach this right about here. But I would like a little bit of a bracer of foam tape or strip to hold that up. So I'm just going to get a little section of it here. I can tuck in here to support this little. So I wanted them about here for placement, so I'm just going to stick it in there. Sure. Here we go. And we're going to apply glue right here, just where the image is, not so the glue will be hidden behind the image. We're going to go back in and then just glue this down. Just give it a little press and let that set, and get rid of this little foam strip on my finger. Okay, looking pretty cute, isn't it? Super cute. Okay, next we're going to back this panel onto a piece of green cardstock. I've chosen this floral card pack from scrapbook.com. I love using these because they're just the perfect size for your card. And they come in so many colors. They're great. I just stacked them all up. I got every color I could possibly imagine. Now, what are we going to do with this? We are going to take this. It's already cut at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So in case you're cutting a panel, that's what the measurement would need to be. I'm just going to round the corners on this right here and right here, like so. And now I should have done this before I put the panel together, but our front panel, I'm going to round those 2 corners on it as well. And lastly, I'm going to round the corners, the bottom corners, on this card base. There we go. All right, we'll set that aside again for a second. Now we're going to put these 2 panels together. This is pretty much almost at the end of this card. See how quick and easy it works out? Now, let me see. I just get some glue on here. Perfect. Line these up. Just center that on there like this, so you're just getting a little bit of that colored edging on either side. It just looks so pretty. Okay, there we go. And now final, we're going to take this . Edges in, add that glue, and pop it onto my card base. Make sure it's all fastened down. Okay, that's looking cute. All right, all we have left now is our big long strip that we had cut in the 1/2 inch by 5.5. I'm gonna add some glue to the back of that. There we go. And try and line it up here. Just part way up this card base and use liquid glue. So hopefully I can get a chance to get it looking straight. That looks, I guess, pretty good. I hope so. If it's not, the card's so dang cute, no one will notice. I just have a little piece to trim here. There we go. Now, I have a second set from Polka Doodles here that again is frogs as well. It is called Total Sweetheart. And I'm just gonna, I want to use a sentiment from the inside here. I'm just gonna use there's one that says Happy Birthday. So I'm just gonna line that up. Maybe here, maybe there. How's that gonna look? It should look okay. I'll bring this down a little. And that. Oh. Stick it to my fingers instead. There we go. Hopefully that'll work out okay. Oh, we'll just use some VersaFine ink again. And, oh, I just happened to notice that. There. Okay. Didn't quite have that inked up all the way. Now we're just gonna go in here like this. There we go. So we have a birthday card. Your Un-Frog-ettably happy birthday. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty cute. You can put any greeting there you want, any sentiment. So now we're back to the start. We're just gonna finish our card off with a few gems. I have some Pink Fresh Studio Clear Leaf Drops is what we're going to decorate this up with. So let's just see what we can find here in this pile. There's one. So 1, 2, and perhaps another teeny one here. There we go. Let's just attach those. Ooh, I have a... There. Fix that. Chase this around. I'll just put a little dab of glue here. And... okay, that one's going to give me a hard time. I'll just get one that's right side up. It's nothing... It's like chasing a... or trying to turn a turtle over that's stuck on its back. Okay. Get these down. There we go. We got some adorable gems. Here's our card. Super cute. It's just perfect. And as you can see, it's quick and easy to make. It's going to work with many different images. Well, let's just see what else I have this made in. Just a few examples for you. I made this one wishing you joy beyond measure and used some colored papers from it's right on the tip of my tongue. Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, I'll list it in the blog post. So this one was super cute, a little mouse and a measuring cup. I used a bee from Whimsy Stamps and some adorable paper just because. The inside of it. And this one here, I used a lawn fawn set that was stamp set, Aunt's Picnic. Again, I'll link all the supplies in the blog post. This wasn't about selling a product or featuring a product. It was just to show you can use any images. This one says we go together like ants and a picnic. And then you open it up, and I've used a few strips just a different way in here. Some little ants. They're super adorable cards. And you can customize them for any occasion just by changing your sentiments. So, that's it. I hope you like this quick and easy card. Let me know if you loved it. Bye now.